There you are.
All right.
It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for Why Isn't Brandon Ayuk a Steeler yet?
Right? I know skin in that game, but sure, why not?
Joining us for today's show, we have Cleveland Browns fan Josh Mansfield.
You guys can take Brandon. If it means that we're trading Coop to get him, no. If that means that we have to sacrifice him to you guys for us to keep Amari Cooper, it's a deal with the devil I'm willing to make.
They know it's barely August, right? We're talking football. They know that, right?
If preseason starts,
I don't give a shit.
We just have the Hall of Fame game.
I don't count that.
We can talk football.
All that happened with that was the Hall of Fame game and the Guardians game and SummerSlam made for a traffic nightmare, except for Greg and Jen, apparently. So,
yeah, we got lucky Saturday night getting out of there. Josh, I'm sorry we didn't get to meet up, but Jen and I booked it as soon as the 3 hit for the main event. We were gone. And we made it to our parking lot in like 8 minutes and got out of there in like 2. So,
nice. Yeah, I got to see Noah at least. Didn't get a chance to connect with Sean, but
me neither.
Yeah.
Greg and Jen have learned from their mistakes of them attending WrestleMania and me and my dad attending WrestleMania and going, nope, time to go.
Yeah, because WrestleMania took us probably about an hour to get out of.
I believe it. Same. Well,
SummerSlam.
I mean, to be fair, we went in Orlando. We weren't aware that the arena stadium was literally on fire. So we weren't aware. We weren't aware until after we woke up the next morning. So
well, the worst part about it is I don't know why the Science Center didn't open up their parking lot because or their parking garage rather, because that would have helped out a lot of people. They probably could have charged up the ass for parking.
Oh God, yeah. Whenever,
but granted, so our group split into 2. Right. So me and my buds, we went to the casino for the majority of the day. We ended up not being able to go to Undertaker.
Oh, bummer.
Just because we were just so exhausted, so we ended up selling the tickets.
Sure.
So we spent most of the day at the casino. We were going to go to the store in Tower City. Yeah, no, fuck that line.
Yeah, literally.
We're past 5 minutes. So yeah, no, fuck that line. So we ended up going to the casino. Then we Ubered twice to get there. First dude dropped us off. We don't know where the flip he was going. Second guy, we got as close as we could. And we had to walk a bit.
Yeah.
It was, I had a lot of walking to do.
Yeah.
It was not fun.
That's no bueno for you. Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what. I did a lot of walking as well. Jen and I both did. And we actually sat in that Superstore line, and it moved faster than you thought it would. It took us maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
To navigate that whole line.
It was so backed up.
Oh yeah. It was backed up for us too. So funny story though. Johnny and Marissa, who were on Jack of All Trades, December, like a year and a half ago, met them.
Oh, nice.
They were about in line, so got to spend a little bit of time with them. Also, at WrestleCon, got to meet Ella in person, so that was fun.
Nice.
Also, Jeremy Lambert from Fightful. So,
nice. Jeremy's awesome. I love Jeremy.
I didn't get to see any of the Fightful crew, and I was looking forward to catching with to meeting Sean and hopefully running into Caden, but none of those.
Well, I don't think Kate was there.
No, he wasn't there, and you got to remember the majority of them were so busy. I know for a fact. I heard Denise's name mentioned by Hunter. I heard Sean's name, and I heard Bill Apter's name, and he Hunter along all 3 of them. So it was cool to hear Hunter joke around with them and acknowledge them, and it was definitely a different feel. And giving Bill Apter shit never gets old. I love Bill. He is a treasure. I love that man. So it was cool to hear him get a little razz on the show too. That was fun.
It was fun when you watch Sean's one of the things he posted on Twitter of Bill Apter kicking his ass.
Yeah,
it was funny.
Well, I think I think Bill Apter needs to kick your ass in order to have a full ride of the pass, which is why I'm never going to be a full journalist, because I'm not going to have that old man kick my ass, because I already have enough humiliation as it is in my life.
Fair enough, but like you said, especially seeing
whoa, surround sound. Okay.
Especially seeing Triple H acknowledge and say "Sup, Sean" to Sean Ross Sapp.
Yeah,
like, If I may, all you SRAs haters out there.
Well, okay. Well, again,
sorry, had to.
It's one of those. Part of that may have been just a little bit of Hunter saying, "Hey, like, y'all heap shit on him for all the wrong reasons in Paris, so just calm your jets." Pretty much. But I need to thank you again, because while I was misled about what I saw on Thursday when I went, because it was not the actual original Time Machine, as I found out I actually spoke to Joe Walzer yesterday about this at length. He was the head of the restoration team that made the A car again. And he was like, because I sent him a thank you. I sent him the pictures I put up. Well, I put up only one picture, but I had a bunch of pictures I took of the details of the DeLorean. He's like, just so you know, not the A car. However, I got stopped more times because of wearing this shirt at Universal. Because like they thought they saw what they saw. I'm like, oh wait, it's not. Oh, you're a fan? I'm like, well, funny you should ask. And then so what is that about? Is that you? I'm like, yeah, that's so yeah. This had me talking more than the actual studio tour or anything else that day. So thank you again.
Do you want to hear what's funny? I wore my Raw is War, Politics is a Work shirt to SummerSlam.
Yes.
And to WrestleCon and to the Superstore. And that was a topic of discussion for a number of people that I ran into.
Nice.
I should have worn one of my no DQ shirts.
Yeah, well.
Wait, I don't have any of them anymore because they were Virtue ones.
Well, then you should buy one of Greg's or mine.
I haven't sold a shirt in a long time. I also don't promote them. But I am so god awful with marketing. It's not even funny.
Yeah. No,
Can Maven buy one?
You should. I've lightened up on the promotion of it just because we've got so much to talk about every time we go on the air, but we still have a ton of cool shirts. A lot of them designed by this guy. So please go check out the Teespring store. We've got, like I said, we've got this one. I have this one in blue and black. Just blue looks better with the logo, so I wear that more often than not. But yeah, once people figured out that it wasn't the Back to the Future logo per se, it came into conversation. I know for a fact I got at least 6 subscribers by the time I got home from Universal Studios. I was like, all right, I'll take it. Shit, why not? But yeah, now I'm more determined than ever. I'm going to go to the museum in LA where the actual A car is, and and what I am gonna do, I'll go ahead and keep talking over this while I load the picture, because I do want to show you, since it was your design that got me here, Greg. I am going to go to the Peterson Automotive Museum. It's down there off of like Wilshire or somewhere like it's deep enough in LA where it's actually in Los Angeles proper. And I'm going to get one of these drawn up to wear when I go see it. I have like a decent museum quality looking shirt.
There you go.
Nice.
So yeah, that's the plan. So anybody that didn't get a team shirt with the King centric logo, they can get one of those.
Well,
I just got a brown shirt on today.
Speaking of pictures that we were bringing up, this happened on Saturday. Jeff, you know about it.
I do.
I posted about it on the old Twitter machine. But there you are, 2 Golden Eagles.
Yes.
And I got the signed Pop figure, and he even wrote a little additional inscription that he is also a Clarion alum. So that was
that's awesome.
Because you don't see too many of those.
No.
In the wrestling fandom. So,
and
I mean, I'm sure there are some, obviously.
And now that you've met him, is he not one of the nicest people ever?
Like, my God. Awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome. So now you've met your fellow alum, you've met your all-time favorite. Is there anybody on that list that if you die before it happens, you will go empty?
Mercedes.
There you go.
Yeah, I have to meet the women's GOAT. It's at some point, you know.
Right. I love that No DQ threw that out there. Is she the greatest of all time? And I was honest. I'm like, she's not even the greatest in her generation, but in my opinion. So, but yeah, I love Aaron, but he stirs this shit. It's like she is such a polarizing figure. People either love her or they don't.
And I am on the former. So
I know you are. And like I said, I don't dislike her. I don't even have the animosity toward her that a lot of people, for whatever reason, still do, even though they've never met her or whatever.
That's my biggest bitch about it, is that people who have never met her have this opinion of her because of stuff that's written about her.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you've never met her. I've never met her. So like, I'm gonna, withhold judgment until like that one day, if I actually get a chance to meet her, say hi, say thank you for being the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Boilerplate stuff.
Absolutely. Like I done with Trish both times I met her. There you go. Yeah.
I could have met Trish. I could have met Trish on Friday, but we only went to WrestleCon on Saturday.
Bummer.
I wanted to have a chance to say hi to the Garcias, but I need to talk to Ella, because I guess she just met them for the first time this last weekend. It's like I want to know her opinion, because everybody knows I've had my opinion changed to Brie and Nicole. So I'm curious how other people feel after meeting them now compared to meeting them when they were knee deep in it. Mentioning Trish, did either of you see the documentary on A&E?
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Listen, Sunday I was pretty much dead to the world because that was a long 3 days.
Yes.
Yeah. And Jen and I left probably the most uncomfortable hotel bed I've ever been in my life.
Oh no.
I didn't get much sleep the entire time I was there. And we left probably about 7-something in the morning, got home about 10:30. But it was.
Did you guys drive back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, why would we fly from Cleveland to?
Well, clearly that's not the best idea. We all know that.
So, I mean, yeah. If you
even in the summertime. So,
well, summertime at least would have been. It wouldn't have been terrible.
Less blizzardy for sure.
I'm glad though. Like we were getting some storms. Friday night. We had a little rain Saturday, but it was beautiful Saturday night for SummerSlam.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Does the Brown Stadium have a roof in case they need to close up?
No, we're going to be talking about that.
Actually. Yeah,
that's the reason I'm on.
Yeah, the goddamn stadium. What are we doing?
So I heard rumors, which apparently are unfounded, that the Browns were moving cities. That's not the case.
Oh,
they are talking about moving the location of where they're going to be playing.
Oh,
and it looks like it's going to be. Where is it exactly? Brook Park, I think.
Park. So, do you want me to give you the history?
You can give me you know more about the Browns than I do, so go.
Yeah,
seriously.
There's a reason I'm on today.
Yeah.
And it's because of a Browns stadium.
Okay.
And quick thing, I know I'm not the producer, but $5 super chat from the other Pittsburgh man, Big G, to Greg.
Hope you enjoyed SummerSlam, Greg, and Browns can suck at Mansfield. I agree with both of those statements. So there you go.
I do too. I did enjoy. Yeah, I did enjoy SummerSlam. It was a great show. Yeah. I really loved Liv and Rhea. I thought that was such a great opener.
Yes.
Those two absolutely killed it. The storyline with Dominic is a lot of people gave it so much shit, but it got one of the biggest reactions of the night.
I was the only person in my section cheering on Liv Morgan.
Is Dom the first person to turn heel after already being heel going in?
Yes.
I don't think he's the first. I mean, technically, Finn did it after, but
yeah, that's true.
I'm sure somebody has. No, because I was watching a clip of Team Taz earlier when Brian Cage and Ricky Starks fought over the FTW title.
That's valid. That's valid.
And they turned on Brian Cage, and they were already heels. So it was like, it's probably happened more times, and people just brought it up because it's WWE, and WWE is more well known than anything else.
Right.
But yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, Josh. We got the super chat.
No, you're good.
Continue.
But, SummerSlam was great because now Big G saying hope I enjoyed it too. I did. I had a great time. There were a lot of cool people in my section besides my crew. Was kind of getting annoyed with the dude behind me who had a very obvious cold, kept coughing on the back of my head.
Lovely.
Yeah. So I kept thinking I was getting sick. I kept thinking I was going to get sick after that. Thankfully, I haven't. Thankfully, I didn't. But it was a lot of fun. Short entrance, so not a lot of a pyro, but I called Dom costing mommy, and like, you gotta give Dom credit. The man was making out with Liv Morgan while wearing his wedding ring.
Right.
Here's the thing, like, everybody knows it's a show. It's no different, and everybody, I don't know why people have this disconnect between pro wrestling and like movies and stuff, because obviously Dominic Mysterio is not Dominic, what's his last name, Gutierrez.
Yeah.
They're two different things. It's no different than an actor being in a love scene or like a sex scene or something with somebody in a Hollywood movie. What's up, SJ? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, I've been meaning to reach out to you like all day today, and I just get bogged down with shit. That's not an excuse. That's just me stating what it is. I hope you're having a good day, for real.
Yeah, but you're right, Greg. I mean, Dominic Guerrero more like it right now, but
I mean, he's got the 98 like Eddie mullet and mustache, so
and he's not bad looking either.
I'm gonna say Dom's mustache is more freaking 70s porn star than it is Eddie Guerrero. My freaking ridiculous.
I mean, give him some credit for at least.
Yeah, but the whole show was just so much fun. Being able to be there for a lot of those things. It's interesting being in the crowd than watching it on.
Oh yeah.
Because when you're watching it, online, you can sort of feel when it's going to be over.
Yeah.
When you're in the crowd, you don't know.
Right.
Like, and, trying to cheer and everything and get, like, being able to be part of that actual live reaction is a whole nother animal. And it was just a great time. Everyone did fantastic. I mean, Greg, I don't know about you, but I took my piss break during Nia Jax and Bayley. Sorry,
I held it the entire show.
Good for you, Greg.
Lucky you. I couldn't.
I don't like taking breaks. First of all, I have a plan for wrestling shows. I only get something to drink. I don't get any other stadium food or arena food or whatever the case is. And I go to the bathroom before the show so I don't miss anything.
Right.
And I don't try to overindulge in like hydrating myself.
See, I was sweating like crazy because of the walking and the heat and just me in general. Like, so I had like 2 to 3 bottles of water.
Yeah, that helps too. The fact that I was sweating out my ass. Right. And my forehead and my arms and pretty much everything else. Wearing a black t-shirt and black shorts in 90-degree weather.
While sitting in the Cleveland Browns stadium.
Yeah, did not think that one through. Listen, I was heavily tempted to wear my Pittsburgh Here We Go shirt to the Browns stadium. I did not, but I wanted to.
Now, did you do what you said you were going to do this time?
Well, I didn't get to see Sean, so I didn't get the chance
to flip off the stadium.
Yeah. I mean, I already did it when we went a couple years ago, but
yeah, you did it when you went back to get the car, and I wasn't with you to kick your ass.
Yeah, well,
and I have zero regrets.
I know you.
That's right.
So,
no regrets.
Show was great.
Yep.
To get to transition into the segment, the reason I'm here. What were your overall thoughts, Mr. Gregory, on the stadium itself?
The stadium, it wasn't bad. It was an interesting setup. Having been in both the Browns Stadium and Acrisure/Heinz, I'm a homer for Pittsburgh, so
well, sure.
It wasn't a bad stadium. It was an interesting setup for sure. But I wouldn't. I don't know what's wrong with the stadium that they want to move to somewhere else.
Well, it needs a lot of work. Sean would even say like the press box itself was like really hot, according to like Sean and meant because I after that whole thing was posted, I messaged Sean because there's an image in there which we'll get to. I was like, do you think this is foreshadowing anything? Not sure right now. He says no, but I don't know. But he said, yeah, no, they need a new stadium. Even Sean agrees. He put his Bengals fandom aside.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of work that needs done. And the fact that it's a stadium right on Lake Erie with, Lake Erie snow and weather, it has got a lot of wear and
about
tear.
that.
What? Yeah.
Jeff is speaking from personal experience of being in Cleveland near Lake Erie and lake effect snow.
Gotcha. So, and the fact that we do not have a dome, we do not have a roof, has been a big issue for a lot of years. The Cleveland Browns ownership, the Haslams, have been going back and forth between the city of Cleveland and a possible new location in Brook Park. Cleveland got the latest offer from the city earlier this week, which they're still reviewing. But as we saw today, they released a video and a big statement about what they would do in Brook Park.
Yes, all right, Greg, those images are in the file under my formal shirt. If you want to go through them as Josh talks.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the mock-up that they have of what the stadium and the area surrounding it would look like. These are pictures that were captured during the video that was posted on their Twitter. That right there is the image that got me thinking. That right there is a wrestling ring.
Yes.
If we just had SummerSlam, the last one-night SummerSlam in history in Cleveland, if the Browns get a whole new stadium, again, look right there, that's a wrestling ring.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if they wanted to try to get Cleveland to bring WrestleMania to Brook Park in a brand new stadium.
And that would be, I wouldn't be opposed to going to WrestleMania in Cleveland because, again, that's not a long drive.
No.
But yeah.
Again, the proposed new, and again, that's with the roof, that's with the dome.
Yeah.
Right.
And look at all that room for fans.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Keep going. And yeah, that's the what they all hope to build in Brook Park, because the city can say it's going to donate whatever they can the city does not want to build a new stadium.
Yeah,
they want to just fix what's there, but they don't want to pay for a dome. They don't want to pay for a roof because the current stadium as is, with FAA regulations and cost effectiveness, can't have a roof or a dome put on it.
Why?
That's what the Browns and the city are saying.
Is it because is it too close to the airport why they can't have a dome? Is that an issue?
I'm not sure. There were talks about using an old airport area, but it was determined that it wouldn't work.
So how old is the stadium that's there now?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Greg, but when Art Modell de-Brownsed Cleveland and took it to the Ratbirds, did they my Browns history is not as up as it should be. They demolished the old stadium, correct?
I would guess, because if they move, they wouldn't have a use for it. It'd just be a big multi-million-dollar paperweight at that point.
Right.
So this stadium was built in the late 90s, but the wear and tear that is already received,
sure,
because of the Lake Erie, it just isn't sustainable.
Yeah, no, it opened in 99. Ironically, it was called First Energy Stadium, which is funnier and hell considering how dilapidated it is now. But I remember because I was reading the reports as they came in. I didn't realize how close it was to the airport, nor to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, as I found out when I went to see Greg and Jen, how close Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is. The fact that there were 95,000 people in that little area on Saturday just had me breaking out in proxy highs. I was like, nope. Too many people for too many things. No.
Understood. But it's the fact that it has all that wear and tear on it at this point.
Right.
That is Progressive Field is fine, but the Brown Stadium needs a lot of work. And apparently some work was done, but even if you when you go in, you can tell stuff needs updated. And the video that they showed on their Twitter, this brand new state-of-the-art stadium. Now, again, our lease for Brown Stadium right now is not up until 2028. So we have 4 years.
Oh, geez.
I would not be surprised if we started work on it sooner if the city of Cleveland doesn't want to fork over for making a new stadium and giving us a fucking dome.
Right.
And a lot of fans have now changed their tune on this. A lot of fans wanted them to stay in Cleveland specific, not the adjacent suburbs when this first came out. They were hoping the city would, fork over the money like it should if they want to keep the stadium there for a new stadium with the dome. After they said, we can't put a dome on the current one.
Yeah.
After, I think, the past few months, especially everything I was seeing underneath the video that they released, everyone's like, yeah, no, let's go. Let's do this. Because nothing is formally official yet, but this is the prelude to a breakup. The fact that they have all of this already prepared and ready for what they want to do, and people willing to pay for it, that is a big, sucks to suck.
Yeah.
Well,
the thing is, too, they're still going to be, if they move to Brook Park, they're still going to be the Cleveland Browns. I mean, crying out loud, you have two teams who call themselves from New York when they play in New Jersey. So it's not going to mean really a whole hell of a lot for people outside of the Northeast Ohio region.
Right.
I don't see what the point is. I mean, we demolished Three Rivers Stadium. I was actually on one of the rivers watching that be demolished.
Oh, wow.
Fascinating sight.
That's intense as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Did you, Jeff, load the two other images I sent?
I didn't see you send two others. All I saw was there
was one, two. It was the 4 pictures, the first tweet, and then there was 2 other tweets I sent with it.
I sent everything you sent. I uploaded everything you sent me.
Okay.
So I don't know if it didn't go through or what, but give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. So then let me read off what was so one of the things that they said in their big statement, that they put some of the quotes on Twitter. Quote, the proposed $1.2 billion plus private investment in the stadium is unprecedented and will be the largest private per capita stadium investment ever in this country. And that does not include the $1 billion plus privately funded development we are envisioning, which would also be tremendously impactful for our region. Just as importantly, we are not looking to tap into existing taxpayer-funded streams, which could divert resources from other pressing needs. We are instead working on innovative funding mechanisms with local, county, and state officials that would leverage the fiscal impact of a project and the unprecedented private contribution to support the public investment and generate a substantial return for Brook Park, Cuyahoga County, and the state of Ohio. We will continue working diligently with Cleveland, Brook Park, county and state officials to capitalize on this generational opportunity We know that you are passionate about this decision, and we thank you for your continued support of the Cleveland Browns. We're excited about the future and look forward to sharing more information with you as the process continues to evolve and when a final decision is made. So they are trying their best to have as much of this as possible be privately funded.
I mean, stadiums are no joke. That's at least $1 billion investment.
The money that we saw that they had originally said was going to be that I had seen was total was going to be about $4.2 billion. And a lot of it would be privately funded. So nothing from taxpayers, which is good for, everyone. And the fact, again, that they are pushing ahead with this, even while saying, oh, no final decision has been made yet. But then they really have nothing from the city or any ideas for there, just because, again, we want a dome that's final. That is a non-negotiable at this point.
Just typical Cleveland Brownsy, unfortunately, for them.
Everybody follow Matt Helm's advice and hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel,
what are you doing?
Go over there and do it. If you're watching on X in a couple weeks that I have premium,
right,
then go over and do that.
Right.
I'm going to follow his example if he deems it worthy of keeping it around after a first month.
Listen, to have only a couple people watching 200th episode last week,
that was
very frustrating.
Yes,
but hopefully it's not that big of an issue moving forward. Saw this from SJ. Glad you're doing okay. And yeah, Rhea popping her arm back in place, especially after the first turnbuckle bump.
That was rough to watch.
Yeah. You could tell like her shoulder was not right, but she seemed
to be young and limber again, Greg.
What's crazy is that entire spot of dislocating her shoulder and putting it back in like that was planned.
Yeah, no,
So, just to finish that out, look again. If you have not seen the video, go and watch that video.
Okay.
The Browns are basically saying, we want anything and everything that can come here with this. I would not be surprised if the year it's done and open, that we see a Super Bowl in Cleveland.
I think it's almost a given. They always hit the new stadiums pretty straight away.
And now for my comments, you can probably see a Super Bowl there, but it won't be a championship. Hey,
they'll have the game there. It doesn't mean the Browns will be in it.
That's fair. Well, it took until the pandemic era for a home team to be in the Super Bowl, and that happened in back-to-back years.
Yeah,
it happened with Tampa Bay, and that happened with the Rams.
Yes,
craziest thing.
Yes. Which was so shitty because we were supposed to have WrestleMania there first. And because of the pandemic, it ended up that the Rams got the Super Bowl there first. So good for them.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's their place, man. The Chargers are just squatting at this point. Because San Diego didn't want to more than we did. So there you go. At least the Clippers are moving out of Crypto.com Arena. That's my happy place as far as basketball. What?
It'll always be Staples Center.
Well, you haven't been there, so shush. Doesn't matter. I call it the crypt.
Acrisure will always be Heinz Field.
Exactly. I usually call it the crypt. I actually heard a really good phrasing the other day. I forget who said it. It may have been one of our people with the Kings. Crypto.com Arena is now CDC Arena. I'm like, I can do that. I can say CDC because saying Crypto.com just makes my brain fry more often than not. I just happen to have it right now because I've actually been talking with the Kings people all week about our tickets. Good. Anyway, so yeah, I look forward to anytime we get new new venues for wrestling. I know TNA is going to announce their venue for Bound for Glory tomorrow on their show. It looks like Detroit. They haven't been in the venue before. So I'm like, okay, they're probably not going to book Little Caesars. It's a little big for TNA's britches.
Well, how about NXT going on the road?
Right? So happy for them.
Just for the first couple episodes, I think.
Oh, sure.
And they're probably going back to the Capitol Wrestling Center.
But they're going to hit freaking Allstate for whoops, I didn't want to do that. So I was trying to swipe away a message, not you. They're going to Allstate for the first show, which is awesome.
Yeah. And then they're going to St. Louis.
Well, of course with Punk. Did you see the dick move that Tony Khan made? They're going to have Title Tuesday the following week. I'm like, really, guys? Come on.
Well,
I think that was actually
have Randy Orton on that day. So,
but
I was gonna say I thought that was in place before NXT made that. It wasn't. Oh, okay.
No,
that's how much I pay attention. Like I try to follow along with all this stuff, but there's so much of it, and I don't get paid to watch it. So
no, that's the thing. Yeah. NXT made their official announcement they were going to be October 1st on the CW, and just a couple of days ago. As a matter of fact, JJ, I don't know if he told me off air, if he told me it may have been on air during Musings, I want to say it was. So it was either Sunday or Monday. He told me about it originally that they scheduled AEW Dynamite Title Tuesday for the 8th. And I'm like, God damn it, Tony. Come on, man. And not only that, they're advertising it. It's going to be the show before Wrestle Dream. So they're in Spokane, Washington. And Brian's advertised in his wrestling gear. Now, I'm not trying to nitpick, but if I'm a paying customer at Wembley and one of the hooks is Brian might retire, I'm not advertising he might be in wrestling mode on October 8th.
Yeah.
That's kind of stupid. But, I don't book the territories. I just watch them and critique the fuck out of them. So,
Yeah. Well, I think Randy Orton's going to RKO the crap out of Title Tuesday's ratings on NXT.
Probably.
Well,
he's going to be there likely.
Well, yeah,
he's already said he is. He's advertised for it
because they're in St. Louis for that show. Yeah, so it's the only thing holding NXT back from really exploding in a lot of people's eyes was not being on the road and being in the Performance Center. But man, if they take it on the road and they start consistently drawing people into the arena and keeping the ratings consistent, shit, watch out.
Especially for the move to CW.
Yeah.
Here's a question. How do you guys feel about Jesse Ventura being back on good terms with WWE? It's a weird.
I'm surprised. Yeah. You're going to see that a lot more with the old man gone. Yeah, I guarantee it.
I'll say this. It's the CM Punk effect. Ventura himself said that Punk coming back was the reason Ventura wanted to come back. He's like, if Punk can come back, then I guess I can come back.
And you notice Ventura resurfaced, period. I didn't hear shit nor shine at Jesse Ventura until after his favorite person in the wrestling world, brother, surfaced at the RNC. That's not by coincidence. I swear to God, it's not.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, exactly. And again, he's not exactly always on good terms with WWE, and he he is a polarizing figure. There's no doubt about it. But the fact that Jesse was there, yes, it was in Minnesota, so of course, it's easier for Jesse to drive down the street to go to the show. So, but I'm happy he's back on good terms. I hope it leads to positive collaboration, and maybe we get stuff like we got, with Trish, where we get an updated biography on Jesse within the WWE family. Because that'd be cool.
Well, apparently we might be getting some updated something on the Hardys from WWE.
That's one of those, I believe it when I see it. I know a lot of people are reporting it, but we stay off of that. At least I try to, until I see people on television or a letterhead saying, "Hey, they're back."
Yeah, I mean, you could say the same thing about the Lucha Brothers, because there's talks of them going to WWE. So,
yeah.
And you're right though. Like even if Fightful does report that, or somebody else reports that, or whatever the case may be, until there's pen to paper, you never really know. You have ideas, you have inklings. It's like 80%, but until there's like an official announcement or like an official appearance, nobody really knows for sure.
No. Look how long Camille was allegedly under contract before she actually came onto television.
Yep.
Right.
And now she's Mercedes heavy. So,
which, you know what? I feel the shine's kind of come off a little bit because it's been so long. But if they get her in the ring and they start actually having her have competitive matches, I'm going to stop bitching real quick.
Yeah.
Because I think she's got enough talent there to make up for the whatever people want to call it, bad juju or whatever, the fact that she's been off of our visual presence for so long. Because she was,
that was by design. I don't know.
I mean, maybe she was one of the few shining moments in what has become the NWA.
Is NWA even still doing stuff?
Yeah, they're on the CW.
Oh.
They're on the app as far as I know, but they do have a presence.
Let me tell you, after the cocaine bit at their pay-per-view, I haven't heard more than 2 words about them.
And again, they're like I said, they are a presence. They are still operating. Why are we not moving?
And listen, if people want to complain to me about not covering all the wrestling or not knowing about all the wrestling, first of all, I haven't done wrestling trivia on a full-time basis in a couple of years. And not only that, I don't get paid to watch it, and I have a good paying job now.
Right. Yes.
Listen,
remember, guys, this is the hour a week where we don't worry about shit. So
listen, if somebody wants to pay me what I'm making now to cover wrestling, I will absolutely do it.
Right.
But I don't think any company has that kind of paycheck.
No. But I will say regarding the NWA, there is historical significance today, at least.
There is.
Oh, yeah.
22 years to the day because of those weekly pay-per-views they had back in 2002. Yeah. Ron Killings, K-Crush. I think it was just Ron the Truth Killings at this point. August 7th, 2002. The first recognized official black, African-American, however you want to phrase it, NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And the man hasn't aged a damn day. So
I think he's aged backwards.
Right? He's got the Benjamin Button thing going. Has to.
He really does.
And I understand, and black don't crack, but he's still aging better than even the typical. So good on him, man. He's found the fountain of youth, and I think it's a comedy.
Yeah. I was about to make a joke and say, "Is that Bobby Lashley?" It's gonna pull a truth joke. You're muted.
Oh, Jeff.
Bye, Jeff.
I
was gonna try and pull a truth joke.
There he is.
I was hearing both of you guys go re-row, so I think it could have been me. And plus, when I touch my phone, it's like scalding hot. I'm like, okay, it's me.
I just made the comment that I was going to make an R-Truth joke and say, is that Bobby Lashley?
Yeah, right.
Daniel's saying some people should give Mercedes some slack. After all, she is going through a divorce. I've heard that too, that she is. Which nobody likes. And again, stuff like that, it's all speculation. I've heard it's actually like a joint decision. Like it was okay. Like there's no animosity there, which is fine. But again, pure speculation. We don't know what's going on.
No.
But yes.
What's interesting is the if you believe the rumor innuendo, it's they stayed together because Vince liked the boyfriend. But then once he was out of the picture, she was like, okay, now I just got to bide my time.
Oof.
I hadn't heard that again, but
I'm really
Is
curious.
Big G's comment verified?
I've heard rumors of that too. I don't know, and I don't think either Adam or Britt have commented on that.
No, they haven't. That's why I'm saying.
So I don't know who to believe as far as that goes.
Right.
If that is the case, that's unfortunate because, Adam and Britt were a good-looking couple. But I mean, stuff happens, but Adam Cole was also moving to like Pennsylvania, which I maybe Britt's moving to practice there. I don't know. I don't know who knows? Again,
I was going to say
it's all pure speculation. I've heard nothing to support it. So,
yeah, I was going to say that Adam and Britt may be a cute couple. Kaiser and Tiffy were a cuter one. Have you heard about the rumor of them splitting, Greg?
The only thing I heard was something with Giovanni Vinci, but I have no clue.
Okay.
Again, relationship stuff is not really what we talk about on here because, quite frankly, it's none of our damn business. It's really not. Unless one of us was dating one of them, it's none of our business. And guess what? I'm married, have been for 13 years. Not my business.
So I'm the one who has the shot.
Well, you wouldn't have it with Britt. You're a Browns fan.
I wouldn't want it with Britt. No thanks. Tiffy or Liv, that's a different story.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't have it with Tiffy either. You'd have to go through Kaiser, which is...
If there's still a thing, I'm going to keep my mouth shut about Kaiser as it is.
Enough of the relationship talk.
Yes.
Let's talk about something else. For the love of God.
Anything else at this point? Jesus.
Yeah. Football's coming up. Really excited about that. Notre Dame starts their season on the 31st. Real looking forward to that. Going to be taking another trip to South Bend in September. So that'll be a good time.
OHIO.
So yeah, it's going to be a really exciting time. Still waiting to hear, and this has been going on for days now, about Brandon Ayuk.
Take him. If he doesn't go to the 49ers, you guys can have him as long as that means we keep Amari Cooper. Because I don't want to trade Amari Cooper to get Brandon Ayuk. I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the Patriots are out.
Patriots are out. I read that the Browns were out too. But
good.
Again,
if we're out, good.
There's been no movement on that. It's been like Brandon Ayuk watch for like the last 3 or 4 days on my phone. I want to know because I didn't think we were getting Russell Wilson. I didn't think we were getting Justin Fields. We ended up getting both of them. And like Ayuk looks like a possibility depending on what the trade capital is or whatever. Listen, if you want to give the Steelers a postseason shot, injecting another incredibly solid wide receiver to play opposite George Pickens and Pat Freiermuth, I would throw whatever they want, honestly.
It'll be interesting.
It will be because I mean, we traded Deontay Johnson to the Carolina Panthers.
Yes.
And we still have some possibilities out there, but the wide receiver depth in Pittsburgh is not fantastic.
No.
It could be better. And with Ayuk, it would get leagues better. So
now, granted, I would love to see, in the Steelers versus Browns game, Russell Wilson passing of his shot to Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah. I'm sure you would.
Uh-huh. Very true. It's going to be a fun season either way. I'm assuming Jeff had to leave to go take care of the Dynamite watch along.
Well, he said he was having technical issues.
I figured. I have no idea where Daddy is. I messaged him to get his buddy out here.
He's under the weather, so unfortunately.
Aww. Get better soon, Daddy Matty.
But yeah, I keep refreshing the old Twitter sphere to see if anything has happened with Ayuk.
I have my I have Rappaport, Schefter, all of them, Josina notifications on for their tweets, so I know instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I keep checking my phone to see if I get anything to report.
And I'll tell you what, I think we're going to end the show a little early tonight because I want to get all set up to watch AEW Dynamite and hopefully get some Ayuk news a little bit later today. But who knows? So, Josh, thank you very much for joining us, for telling some SummerSlam stories and some lore about Cleveland and their possible future stadium. Everybody, thank you for watching. Go subscribe to the Greg Cherry Brand on YouTube. Go follow me at Greg Cherry Brand on all of the social media platforms. And I hope to see you next week because we're going to be delving into some more stuff. What stuff? Who knows? I mean, everything changes by the week. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week on the Greg Cherry Show. Don't be a jag.